Nasser Hussain, one of the most influential captains in England's modern cricket history, was born on March 28, 1968, in Madras, now Chennai, India, into a culturally rich and cricket-loving family. His father, Raza Jawad Joe Hussain, a former professional cricketer in India, played an enormous role in shaping Nasser's early ambitions, discipline, and competitive mindset. His mother, Shireen, provided the emotional balance that held the family together during their many moves between India and England. When Nasser was only 7 years old, the family relocated to England, settling in Ilford, East London, a place that would soon become the cradle where his cricketing dreams took shape. Though young Nasser struggled to adapt to the new culture, environment, and accent, he found solace and identity in cricket, a sport that transcended borders in his household. Growing up, his talent was evident, but it was mixed with self-doubt, frustration, and the internal pressure of living up to his father's expectations. Joe Hussain was a strict disciplinarian who demanded excellence from his children, sometimes creating emotional distance, but ultimately instilling unshakable mental toughness. Nasser often recalled stories of his father waking him early in the morning, forcing him to practice even when he wanted to sleep. Joe was convinced that Nasser had the potential to be special, even if Nasser himself did not fully believe it at the time. In these formative years, Nasser played cricket relentlessly at school, in local parks, and at Ilford Cricket Club, slowly evolving from a leg spinner who idolized Abdul Qadir into a technically correct batsman who would later redefine England's batting order. As a child, Nasser was initially a promising bowler, and at age 12, he was selected to bowl leg spin for the Essex under-15 side. But a sudden growth spurt completely changed his physical mechanics. His height increased rapidly, his bowling rhythm collapsed, and his accuracy suffered. Feeling lost, he turned more seriously toward batting, a decision that would shape his entire future. It was at Forest School in Walthamstow, where Nasser's batting flourished under structured guidance. His exceptional eye-hand coordination, natural aggression, and evolving technical discipline began to merge into a uniquely resilient batting personality. Cricket was not just a game for him. It was the platform upon which he would prove himself to his father, to England, and to himself. Nasser's early successes in the youth circuits earned him recognition and a place in the England under-19 team. Here, he began facing stronger opposition and learning how to build innings under pressure. His journey, however, was far from smooth. The competition was fierce, and Nasser had to overcome temperament issues, occasional loss of form, and the constant expectations that followed him. But he matured quickly, and by 18 he had already drawn the attention of Essex County coaches. Essex, at the time, was a powerhouse fueled by the brilliance of Graham Gooch, the relentless work ethic of Keith Fletcher, and the professional structure of county cricket, all of which shaped Nasser's personality profoundly. Gooch especially became a mentor and inspiration, showing Nasser the value of discipline, fitness, and mental strength. Nasser made his first-class debut for Essex in 1987, marking the beginning of a 2-decade domestic journey defined by grit and determination. Essex became the environment where Nasser polished the sharper edges of his game as footwork, his judgment outside off-stump, and his ability to fight through tough conditions. While many players thrived in comfortable scenarios, Nasser learned to thrive in adversity. His natural temperament was fiery, emotional, and intense, and Essex helped channel that energy into productive focus. He developed into a reliable, top-order batsman who could handle hostile, bowling attacks in difficult situations. Despite strong domestic performances, his entry into international cricket wasn't immediate. Competition for batting spots in England's Test team was fierce, and selectors often overlooked him for flashier performers. But Nasser was persistent. The turning point came in 1989 when he was finally selected for England. His early international career, however, was rocky. After inconsistent performances against quality bowling, he was dropped, leading many critics to believe that Nasser might never solidify his place in the national side. Yet what set Nasser apart was his resilience. He returned to county cricket, worked relentlessly on his technique, rebuilt his confidence, and earned his way back, something he would do repeatedly throughout his career. His real breakthrough came in the mid-1990s. By this time, Nasser had matured as a batsman, combining aggression with discipline. His role in England's side evolved from a talented hopeful into a dependable top-order warrior. The highlight came in 1997 when he smashed a brilliant 207 against Australia at Edgbaston. This innings wasn't just a personal milestone, it was a statement to the cricketing world that Nasser Hussain belonged among elite test batsmen. His fierce competitiveness, intensity at the crease, and willingness to scrap for every run made him one of the toughest English players of his era. By 1999, England cricket was in crisis. The team had fallen to the bottom of the ICC rankings. Morale was low, and leadership lacked direction. Amid this chaos, Nasser Hussain was appointed Test captain, a turning point for both his career and English cricket's future. His captaincy is often described as transformational. He wasn't the most elegant player, nor the most statistically dominant, but he was a fierce leader who demanded discipline, responsibility, and professionalism. Nasser's leadership philosophy was built on honesty, accountability, and a refusal to accept mediocrity. He was passionate, occasionally confrontational, but always determined to lift England out of the darkness. In partnership with coach Duncan Fletcher, Nasser revolutionized England's mentality. He brought structure, planning, tactical innovation, and squad unity. Under his leadership, England began defeating teams they previously struggled against, including West Indies, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. One of his most memorable leadership performances came in the 2001 tour of Pakistan, where England, under him, achieved a historic series win, their first in Pakistan in nearly 40 years. Nasser's captaincy also included the famous 2001 win in Sri Lanka, another extremely rare achievement for England in subcontinental conditions. He also played a vital role in shaping the next generation of English stars. Under his captaincy, young talents like Andrew Flintoff, Marcus Trescothick, Michael Vaughan, Matthew Hoggard, Steve Harmison, and Simon Jones were nurtured and groomed into international match winners. Many of these players would form the core of England's 2005 Ashes victory, an achievement rooted in the foundation Nasser had built years earlier. Nasser's captaincy style, though highly successful, was not without challenges. His emotional intensity sometimes led to public confrontations, including his well-known frustrations with media criticism. But his teammates admired his honesty, courage, and willingness to absorb pressure. When England won, he celebrated quietly. When they lost, he took responsibility, openly earning respect even from critics. As a batsman, Nasser's playing style was defined by determination rather than flamboyance. He wasn't known for classical strokes, but for his fight. He loved difficult situations. When England were 23, it was Nasser who walked in with a fierce resolve to rebuild the innings. His strengths included his judgment, ability to play late, solidity against pace, and skill against spin. Some of his most memorable innings include his 207 against Australia, 145 in Chennai, 119 in Nottingham, and multiple grinding knocks that saved test matches for England. One iconic moment in his career came in 2002 when, after scoring a century at Lord's in a one-day international, he famously raised his finger and shouted, "Look, that's where I'm batting," at the press box, responding to critics, who said he didn't deserve the number 3 position. The moment symbolized Nasser's fiery competitiveness and refusal to accept outside opinions. Nasser stepped down from the captaincy in 2003, handing the reins to Michael Vaughan, but remained an important player. His final test innings against Australia at Lord's in 2004 was unforgettable. He scored a match-winning century, guiding England to victory. It was a perfect ending to a career defined by grit, passion, and character. After retiring from cricket, Nasser transitioned smoothly into broadcasting. His articulate analysis, fearless honesty, and deep understanding of the game made him one of the most respected commentators in the world. Working with Sky Sports, he became an authoritative voice on cricket, admired for his clarity, integrity, and willingness to criticize even England when necessary. His commentary enriched countless Ashes series, World Cups, and Test tours, making him a global cricket personality. Beyond broadcasting, Nasser also authored books, mentored young players, and used his platform to advocate for professionalism and better cricket infrastructure. His journey from a young boy in Chennai to one of England's greatest captains stands as a powerful narrative of resilience, discipline, and transformation. He remains a symbol of leadership built through adversity, not ease. Nasser Hussain's cricket career spanning county glory, international battles, Ashes heartbreaks, and historic overseas victories was never about natural talent alone. It was about hunger, fight, honesty, self-belief, and a relentless desire to make England better. He didn't just change England's results, he changed their mentality. He didn't just win matches, he built a culture, and in doing so, he earned a place among the most respected cricket captains of the modern era. His legacy continues today. Whenever England fights with grit, shows character after collapse, or embraces professionalism, a part of Nasser's spirit lives in that performance. His life story proves that leadership is not about perfection. It is about courage, clarity, responsibility, and the willingness to stand tall when it matters most.